Hi Michelle, this is Steve at Hilltops IT. I just wanted to do you a quick video, or quickish video, to show you the progress we're making on the QuoteWerks warranty management utility that we're working on for you. What you're looking at now is the search screen for it. This is going to search for documents in the QuoteWerks database with particular criteria. Documents that have doc date of this week, this month, the last 30 days, whatever option I might select from there, particular status, name. Probably one of the ones you'll use more often is the serial number of the particular aircon unit that you've got a claim for. But all those options are there for you. If these look good, fantastic. If you want any changing, tweaking, then again just let me know. That's all customisable within the configuration. I can very quickly find documents. If I unclick that should find us some. If I set it to this week, it will definitely find us some. There we go, this is just one test one that I've been working on. I can clear them, I can set them to the default, and there's various little bits that you'll use within that. Over on this right hand side we've got some shortcuts which will apply filters to this. So if you're working on, want to do a chase up on claims that are awaiting details, or claims that are awaiting supplier confirmation, or whatever else it might be. Again, I've just set these up as a kind of example of what we could do. If these look good, fantastic. If you want to specify some other ones, let me know. But in principle, what this screen would show was how many that you've got at that particular status within the overall warranty claim. And clicking on these links, I think you can hopefully see that arrow change into a hand. That would apply the filter and refresh this grid. It's not working at the moment. I'm not going to click it, it'll probably just error. But anyway, I can double click on this to open it in what will be the main progress screen for the warranty claim. At the top here we've got the supplier name. There is just one supplier on this particular QuoteWerks document. In fact, I can show you the document in QuoteWerks. That might be useful just by clicking this opening QuoteWerks button at the bottom. Like I said, just one light item, just one very simple one, just for test for aircons R Us. I probably don't need to explain what a QuoteWerks document is to you, but that's where we're getting the data from. Which leads me down to this information on the left hand side, which is all being pulled from the QuoteWerks database. All this stuff on the very right hand side is your kind of sales header information. We've got a couple of fancy little utilities to show the address. If you've got an engineer going to site and they can't find their way, perhaps this is an easy way to give them directions, or send them the specific address that they're going to. Moving across here, we've got details of the supplier. They are taken off of the supplier record within QuoteWerks. So this is just pulling through some of the top line details that we've got for our vendor. And moving across, I'm going to skip this middle section for a moment to take you through the order progress checklist, which is the list that we agreed, the steps that you're gradually going to work through to ultimately bring this warranty claim to fruition, whether that's claim completed at the bottom or whether that's cancelled, on hold, rejected, whatever it might be. Those are the steps that we're going to go through. Coming back to this middle section, you'll notice that I've got an extensive number of notes here. This is me clicking on and off these different items. We're going to record absolutely everything that happens with this and who did it. This username is my logged in user in QuoteWerks Principal Climate. Obviously in your environment it would be yourself or a colleague who's logged, and we'd be able to see that people were progressing or taking it back in steps over the course of the claim. I can create a manual note for, I don't know, if the customer called or you chased the contractor or whatever it might be that you wanted to note manually rather than through these sort of automatic prompts. These warranty details section in the middle, this is specific to the claim. This is stored outside of the QuoteWerks database and will be part of the sort of progress of this warranty claim. They'll drop down for the day. All these are just manually entered fields and values. We can also link in files. I don't know if you'll have copies of PDFs, scans of checklists that the contractor has gone through in the diagnosis of the fault or whatever it might be. I can just add and get a lovely error, which I shall very elegantly come back to later. But yeah, in principle you can link in any number of files to this for reference purposes. And what else did I want to point out to you? Okay, we've got that order checklist. That's the one we had in the design. By all means run through it. One thing that has gone through my head is, should certain things be disabled as we go through. Like, I can't say that the all required details have been received until I've clicked the claim receive button. I've done that on this purchase order for replacement required, so when I tick that, all of these are enabled because they become relevant. Until that point those aren't relevant, so they aren't clickable. But yeah, have a think about that. Is the order correct? Do we want to stop people clicking on for things further down the line before they've ticked things earlier on in the line? As I clicked on those, you noticed that this status was changing, just a visual indicator of where we are with things. That kind of red, amber, green rag type of status is driven by what we've got in this progress statuses screen. So this is the list of all the statuses again, and it's giving me a completeness, which is where we're getting this sort of 5%, 10% moving the scroll bar across. This amber and red, these are the number of days when I'd expect a certain task to have been done, and it's comparing the days from the claim date. So this is the 11th of the 9th, so 2 days ago. So within 2 days the system is expecting you to have got the warranty conditions checked. Within 3 days expecting you to have the contractor confirm the diagnosis, etc, etc. If it's more than 3 days, it'll go amber. If it's more than 5 days, then it goes red. Going back to these criteria, that's perhaps something that you want to include on there. Give me everything that's amber, give me everything that's red, so as you can prioritise these. I've worked on the basis that you probably want beginning to end a claim being reconciled within 30 days. Maybe that's realistic, maybe it's not, maybe it's more like 3 months, maybe it's more like 12 months, I've no idea. But as you can probably see within the configuration, I can modify all of these to whatever appropriate values you think they should be. But again, to reiterate, this is the within the number of days that the claim was actually made. I think that's, oh, one more thing, sending emails. We've got a number of email templates set up. These are from the legacy project that I'm using as a template for yours, so not entirely relevant, but basically what these are more errors that I need to resolve. Let's try that. Okay, elegantly swerved. These are kind of pre-populated templates, so rather than you having to start an email from scratch, just by clicking that button it would open a pre-populated email in Outlook for you. All these funky macros mean it's pulling stuff from the QuoteWerks document, so that you're not having to sort of copy paste information across or whatever it might be. But yeah, have a think about what might be a relevant trigger for an email first of all, and where you might want to have those pre-populated email templates. An example might be an email to send to the contractor when you haven't received the details of the claim. If a purchase order for a replacement is required, perhaps an email template to request the PO from the contractor. And again, these could be things that are triggered as you click an option, or they could be manual things, you know, if you're going into that amber and red sort of status where you want to chase somebody and you don't want to have to go through, like I say, and find their contact details. You just want to hit a button, have it pre-populated for you, double check it, click send, off you go. Just taking a bit of the, well, quite a lot of the manual effort out of generating the email. So yeah, quite a bit for you to think about there. If you want to get in touch when you've had a chance to review the video, have a think about the points that I've raised. Perhaps we can have a conference call sometime next week, go through it, and you know, give this utility a bit more direction. For now, I've got a couple of bugs to fix by the looks of it, which is nice. And yes, I won't be bored working on this and taking it forward for you. Okay, Michelle, I look forward to hearing from you in due course. Bye.